As a doctor, I did not aspire to become a beauty doctor. I just wanted to serve people, do a good job, we have a meaning in the lives of people. Of course, now I run a chain of clinics by the name of Alive Wellness. Personally feel that skincare should be affordable, it should be easy, it should be doable, it should be logical. So Indian celebrities don't want to look old. I'm happy if my patients have good results, but I have not ever imagined or wanted to be a big entrepreneur. It just happened, and so I'm just going along the way. There was a demand for solutions, as I told you, medical answers to aesthetic problems, so which we were not trained in medical colleges and had to seek one's own knowledge and one's own training. That was a big challenge. Secondly is actually medical fraternity would look down upon a doctor who would be treating a beauty concern. So there were a lot of colleagues who would wonder, "Kare, ye kya kar rahi hai? मतलब किस line में घुस गई है?" After doing so much of education for 14 years of studies, now doing this beauty thing. So people were actually at that point of time, even in our field, would look down upon a doctor who would be using medicine as a tool to treat beauty problems. So that was one thing. And secondly is, at that point of time, when I started in the field of aesthetic medicine, it was 1997. And at that point of time, there were very few people who appreciated this, a very few section of people who would, I would say, the very, very affluent or the very, very well-travelled or the very, very socially active people would want to look more beautiful or solve their beauty problems. Otherwise, घर में ये होता था कि आप ये पैक लगा लो, ये मुल्तानी मिट्टी लगा लो, पिंपल्स ठीक हो जाएंगे, या फिर आप ये पिगमेंटेशन के लिए ऐसा कर लो, मतलब चावल का पानी या क्यूकम्बर वाटर या कुछ ऐसे लगा लो. So there was no concept, and a person seeking medical help for aesthetic problems was unheard of, and I think the family would look down upon that, especially for the younger generation. The inspiration for my becoming a doctor was my mother and my grandmother, my nani. They came from Punjab, which was in Pakistan now. So they were from a very educated family, but they had to leave everything and come here, and they had to start fresh. And my grandmother wanted that her daughter should become a doctor, but at that point of time, maybe they had been so uprooted that to settle down in a new space was a challenge. So she always wanted, my mother was not a doctor, but she always wanted me to become a doctor. And then my mother also was a very big support, like everything related to education that I wanted, she would just sort of be there with me like a pillar. And so I would say that today, if I'm a doctor, it was because of the encouragement, the inspiration of my grandmother, the hard work of my mother, and then of my husband. So because I got married when I was just 20 years old. And at that point of time, I was in medical college, but I was studying to be a doctor then. So these were my inspiring people in my life. And then if you talk about beauty, I come from a family where my mother is very beautiful, my sister is very beautiful. There are a lot of beautiful people in the family. So beauty was an accepted part, like we did not aspire to be something. And as a doctor, I did not aspire to become a beauty doctor. I just wanted to serve people, do a good job, we have a meaning in the lives of people. And then when I did dermatology, and when I came out of dermatology, I realized that this is a field which can very well serve the beauty needs and the requirements, because that's a demand. So I think I just followed a path and doors opened accordingly. See, I enjoy my work, I enjoyed my studies and the path that I took. So I don't think it as a challenge, or I don't think anything is a major achievement, to tell you very frankly. But if I look back, yes, getting married very young at 2021 and then completing your MBBS and then doing your post-graduation, when I talk to people, they think it's challenging even in today's times, and then having 2 small children to look after. That is one challenge which women face and I face too. And secondly, I feel that to succeed in a world, still people think it's a man's world. You know, for a woman to succeed, she has to work 4 times harder in every way. So I think, and for a very long period of time, you know, my name is Chiranjeev. Chiranjeev is a unisex name. So people used to think that I sign my prescriptions on my husband's prescription pad, that my husband's name is Chiranjeev, and so people wouldn't believe that a doctor could be running her own practice and could be a female doctor and be successful. So if you think, those are my achievements, I feel. And yes, of course, now I run a chain of clinics by the name of Alive Wellness, where we do skin, body, hair, and also regenerative medicine. So these are new fields which we've added to the field of wellness. I started as a skin clinic, but then we realized that everything around it, it's a sphere, and a person's self-esteem, balance, and desires and aspirations are not just on the skin, they are with the hair and the body. So we added this. So this is also an achievement, to add different spheres to the same field and create a field of wellness. I also run an academy called Alive Institute of Aesthetic Medicine with a team of doctors and professionals. In this, we teach doctors who pass out from colleges as dermatologists, as physicians, as plastic surgeons, how to do aesthetic procedures and deeper knowledge in the field of aesthetic medicine. Plus, we also teach trained technicians and nurses how to assist the doctors in this field, and also therapists. So I think this is an achievement, adding and giving back to society what I learned the hard way. So what I believe in is that we should get the best in the world to our country, and I truly believe that our doctors are very talented. At the moment, the technologies that we get are all made not in India, but then what they do, or the doctors, Indian doctors do with the technology, is really commendable. Yes, we have introduced a lot of new things in our clinic in the past 6 to 8 months. One of them is called Morpheus 8, which is a technology which is called microneedling RF, and this helps to make the skin smoother, close the open pores, stimulate the collagen, tighten the skin, give a contoured jawline and a contoured face. Basically, it does anti-aging as well as acne scars, as well as a smooth glass type of appearance to the skin. So this is Morpheus 8. Then besides that, there is a treatment called Emerald, which is in the field of body contouring. You know, with the passage of time, people are wanting to look better, they are wanting to be fitter and look fitter, and they don't want invasive treatments. Nobody wants to go under the knife. So there is a field of non-invasive medical body contouring, and Emerald is the latest contribution in this field. So this we've been doing for the past 8 months. It's an amazing technology which within 8 visits over 2 months period can make you shed about 6 inches of fat. See, the treatment, the technology is FDA approved. So they have tested it for all these things before launching it into the market. And I, as a doctor, have not seen any side effects with this. So the question you asked me, the last question, is very many mothers ask me who have teenage daughters, and they don't know when to say a yes and when to say a no for a girl going to a store and picking up cosmetics or skincare without any advice. And they ask me, what do I do? How do I manage? And if I tell the child not to do, I'm spoiling the relationship. So yeah, it's a big question. Now, if you ask me skincare, firstly, I feel that Indians are born, we South Asians with a little pigment in our skin are born with a better quality skin. We age slower. Our wrinkles happen at least 1 or 2 decades later than the Caucasian skins. So we are blessed, but we are predisposed to one thing which is called pigmentation. And this pigmentation happens possibly because we are exposed to the sun, we are in a very hot country, and we do not take care, we do not have a concept of sunscreen in our, as we grow up. So if I would advise, I personally feel that skincare should be affordable, it should be easy, it should be doable, it should be logical. So when you're starting skincare doesn't mean anti-aging skincare, it means how to take care of your skin. Like as a mother, you take care of your baby's skin and you use the right kind of ingredients. So I would call that baby skincare. And then one gets older, as a teenager, it's the mother's role to advise the child. Otherwise, if you do not advise your own child, they will take advice from somebody else. And that advice may not be the best advice. And then you may complain that, oh, my child is not listening to me. So as a mother, you have to guide your child how to keep the skin clean, neat, away from acne, how to keep the hair clean. So in earlier times, our mothers and grandmothers had homemade recipes, which sometimes are very difficult for us to make now, and we don't even have the knowledge, most of us. So cleansing the skin with a simple face wash, using a simple moisturizer, and using a regular sunscreen with a good SPF 30 or 50 is something which a young child, a teenager can do. Using fancy cosmetics is not for a 12 or 13-year-old. And if there is a problem, then only intervention is needed. Suppose there is acne or there is some problem in the skin or allergy, then we should approach a skin expert or a dermatologist to help us with the problem. But those problems are very short problems and they can be sorted out within a very short period of time. So I feel that preventive skincare, day-to-day skincare and logical, simple, affordable skincare is the best. Then as one grows older in the 20s and 30s, all of us want to look prettier. Okay, it's an innate nature to look more beautiful. There is nothing wrong in it. If you see our gods and goddesses, don't we have these beautiful pictures of Hindu gods and goddesses looking so regal and so beautiful? So what is wrong? Beauty is not wrong. Beauty is a strength. Beauty attracts. Inching towards beauty or wanting to go towards it, it is not wrong. How you go towards it is the answer. There is something called an inner beauty, outer beauty. Our body has to be nourished properly with the right kind of food, vegetables, pulses, say fruits. Don't have processed foods, don't have things which come packaged with preservatives in it. Have seasonal fruits, seasonal vegetables. Even now they believe that desi ghee is better than the seed oils that are available in the market. So all this simple stuff, I feel going back to simplicity gives you the answers if you sit with yourself. And when you need help, you need intervention, please don't go to a chemist and pick up an ointment कि pimples हो गए इसको लगा लो ठीक हो जाएगा, pigmentation के लिए ये ट्यूब लगा लो, उस ट्यूब में chemicals भी हो सकते हैं. तो आप एक डॉक्टर के पास जाएं जिसको knowledge है, preferably a dermatologist. Take the guidance and don't wait till your problem becomes too intense and then you think क्या करना है. See, there are a wide range of products and chemicals which are available, which I can't say, but yes, you should use products like hydroquinone and retinol with caution and when you require it. So products which normally we use on our body like body creams, body lotions, we should not use them on our face because they are very thick, they clog our pores and they have some ingredients which may be good for the body but not for the face skin. And then again, in today's time, people are using lightening agents to make the skin lighter and fairer. I think that's not a great idea. Like there's something called glutathione. Okay, there's glutathione which we give to our patients for 3 to 6 months. People come and say, I have pigmentation. It helps in pigmentation, helps in clarity of the skin, helps in removing the patches from the skin. And not only does it help the face, but it also helps the overall body. So then there is 2 ways of taking glutathione, which is an antioxidant. It works also to cleanse the body, cleanse the liver, works as an antioxidant to improve the complexion, clarity, pigmentation, patchiness and also the quality and smoothness of the skin. So it's very popular to give drips also. Like people take it in the form of IV drips, which they take a few drips, maybe say 3, 4, 5 drips, and that helps to flush out the toxins and improve the skin quality, texture, clarity all over. So this is very popular. People do it commonly and we are also doing it at our clinic. Then there are other molecules which are very popular like peptides. Peptides are those small protein molecules from which proteins are made and they have a very good strengthening, repair and rejuvenating effect on the skin. So there are a lot of serums which have peptides in it. Plus then there are a lot of solutions with peptides which we inject into the skin like a skin booster. Okay, so this is a very popular molecule which is being used in the skin as well as in the hair. For hair growth, it's very effective. Then another very popular molecule is hyaluronic acid. So you may have heard hyaluronic acid is present in certain injections like filler injections, and people use them for anti-aging, lifting the cheeks, making the jawline more defined, helps to sort of remove the hollows around the eyes. So these are the filler injections which are made from hyaluronic acid. But then there's another hyaluronic acid which is in the form of a solution, like a watery solution, which is injected into the skin like a skin booster, and that brings out the hydration in the skin, makes the skin glow, makes it look radiant and makes it look clearer. So this is also a very popular treatment where we inject droplets of hyaluronic acid into the top layers of the skin and then we massage it so that it spreads. Then there are other molecules which are very helpful for skin repair and barrier function, like niacinamide, and we see that there are a lot of preparations which are there in the market which have niacinamide in its composition. So niacinamide, glutathione, peptides, hyaluronic acid are some of the popular molecules doing the rounds today. So what is PRP? That is the question which we come down to. PRP stands for platelet rich plasma therapy, and there is a concept that nature has made our body such that it has the ability to heal itself, but we have to take advantage of those healing properties. So in this PRP we take a certain amount of blood, say about 6 to 8 ml, just as the amount which you would go to a lab for a blood test and they would take out, and then this blood is put into a special tube and then it is rotated, the tube is rotated in a centrifuge, and what happens is the blood separates out and there is a fluid which is golden in color which separates out, and this fluid has growth factors and active agents in it which are the healing agents, the healing properties of the skin. So this solution is taken and this solution is either re-injected into the skin or this solution is spread on the skin and we use a roller to get it absorbed with the derma roller. So this is actually your own body's solutions and growth factors which are helping you to correct the problem. Now what will it correct? Whatever problem the skin will have, it will correct that problem, whether it's pigmentation, whether it's open pores, acne, scars. But we have to understand that it's not magic. It's not that everything is going to be corrected in one session. So you may need a couple of sessions, say maybe 3 to 5 sessions, to see the results that you're looking for. So this is PRP. And then in this field of PRP, which is a part of regenerative medicine, there are other solutions also which are prepared, which are also used on the skin. Now these are the growth factor solutions. Then there's something called the ACP, which is the autosomal condition plasma solution. Then there is something which is also the exosome solution, where we take the blood and we extract exosomes from the blood and then we sort of do the same thing that we are doing with the PRP. So there is a whole realm there of which will help your skin and hair issues, but you need to consult with your doctor to see what helps you. Of course, why not? See, they are helpful because you are using your own body's properties of healing to heal yourself. Now naturally, depending upon the problem that you have, if somebody has a very deep pigmentation or a very rough skin which needs lot of attention, you may need say about 6 to 8 sessions. A person who has lesser problem may need just 2-3 sessions. So once you have reached your goal, of course your doctor is going to prescribe you some ointments and some vitamins to take along with it. Once you've reached your goal, then you just have to maintain possibly a proper skin care, the right amount of sunscreen, the right way of doing things. So I think that's enough. You don't have to take these things for a lifetime. And yes, how much it costs? It can cost anything between 6 to 10,000 for one session. So see, weight or fat is due to multiple reasons. It's not just one reason that you're eating extra food so it's converting into fat. It could be that you may be using the wrong stuff, you could be eating in the wrong quantity, you could be eating in the wrong time, your lifestyle is such that it doesn't allow you enough rest, or there's some hormonal imbalance. So getting into the right shape is not just related to food. You need to get into the reasons why that the lack of fitness is there. So Of course, there is no replacement for a good diet and a good lifestyle. Equipments which work on body contouring, whether it's non-invasive or invasive, are not a replacement for a better lifestyle. So lifestyle is important. Sleeping habits, eating habits, type of food, time of feeding are all very important. And then knowing if there are any deficiencies in the body, and those need to be corrected, say a vitamin D3 deficiency or a B12 deficiency or iron deficiency, calcium deficiency, all these are very important. And then also the right amount of exercise. What happens in spite of doing all this, we people see that they want to get into a more fitter form. So body contouring doesn't mean losing kilos of weight. Body contouring means to contour your body to remove that extra inches of fat from those areas which are stubborn and getting into the right shape. So yes, body contouring modalities in the medical field are very popular, especially the ones which are non-invasive, which don't hurt you, which are not going to stop you from going for your social life or your work, and which you can integrate into a healthy lifestyle. So if I would say what we are doing in our clinic is something which we call cool sculpting. Cool sculpting means cryolipolysis, where we freeze the fat pockets. Wherever you can hold the fat, you put a little applicator there that freezes the fat, and then the fat is removed from the body by the natural metabolic processes like urine and stool. And that area takes about say 2 months or so to become sort of in its fittest shape. Contouring is emerald, which we just spoke about some time back. Now what is actually emerald? Emerald is a laser. It's a green laser under which we make the person lie down for 15 minutes in the front and then 15 minutes on the back. So the light is sort of being exposed from the front and the back, a 360-degree approach, and what it does is it goes to the fat cell, it stimulates the fat cell to release ATP, the energy, and this energy, the energy that is released in the fat cell melts the lipids in the fat cell, and the lipids are extracted out, they are squeezed out of the cell, and then they are removed by the body by the normal lymphatic drainage of the body. So basically in this we are using a green light which will make you use your own fat cells as fuel. So this is a natural way or a close to a natural way to lose fat or to lose inches. And this treatment is FDA approved. It is has no side effects. They claim that in about 8 sessions you can lose up to 6 inches in the area of your abdomen, which means stomach, or in the area of your hips or your thighs. But yes, it depends on your metabolism also, and we guide you, we tell you, we give you realistic expectations. So ये चीज़ें हैं. And साथ में then there are other treatments which we use for body contouring called XLS or monopolar radio frequency in motion, where we target larger areas where suppose a person has to lose a lot of fat, and along with weight loss we combine say XLS with the weight loss program. So in our clinic we integrate a lot of technology along with nutrition and lifestyle advice to reach your fitness goals fastest. So Indian celebrities don't want to look old, okay? They want to look ever young. They want to always look in their 20s, and so they do practically everything. So if I talk of besides surgeries, besides the surgical facelift, if we come into the realm of non-surgical facelift, why they prefer this is because they can get back to work very fast. Okay, they don't have to go underground. And what they are doing are besides Botox and besides filler injections, they are doing skin boosters, which actually enhance this quality of the skin in a very natural way. And these are hyaluronic acid skin boosters. Popular ones are Volite and Vital, which are available in our country. And then celebrities are also doing exosome therapy. Exosome therapy are those messenger molecules in our blood which help in anti-aging. So then we inject those exosome solutions into the skin, and the skin looks very healthy and naturally young. So besides that, yes, of course, for body contouring they are into emerald and cool sculpting too. Besides going to gyms. I use a mix of brands. Okay. So I like brands which are easily available to me, which have ingredients which are effective for my skin and for my age. And as I'm growing older, my skin, which was very oily earlier, is getting drier. So I have to change my products every 6 months. For summer I have different products, for winter I have different products, and I'm sure boys and girls out there also have similar needs. If you ask me today what I have on my face, I have cleansed my face with Dermatology products, pre-cleanse and ultra calming cleanser, and then I have used a hyaluronic acid moisturizer which is from my own brand, Alive and Well. How do you order this? You can order it online or you can pick it up from the clinic. So it is very surprising that men who come are either very young, they come for acne, and they also come for pigmentation, complexion, tan. You know, it's a big thing in our country. People get tan and they don't want the tan any longer. And they also come for cool sculpting because men don't like their bulges, you know, the love handles on the sides where they wear their t-shirts, and those just beneath the waist and below the waist and the hips, the bulges coming out. So they come for cool sculpting. And of course, hair removal laser for the chest, for the arms, for the back. And one thing I'll share is that once upon a time 100% of the people who were coming to me were women, but now I find that about 15%, 20% are men too. And the men who come listen to me very well, you know, they just follow everything to the T. And a lot of older men are also coming now, because again, a man in his 50s wants to be fit, who's going to the gym, who wants to look his best, also wants his skin not to look old. So you're right, everybody who's there on Instagram or on Facebook wants to be an influencer, and they have to say something to keep their audience attached to them. I've seen such kind of advice which is totally opposite to what is good for the skin or hair, and I would say that you need to double check. Suppose you find something very attractive, and if your influencer is telling you about, say, a chemical or a cream which you should use, I think the best thing would be to go to a professional and check it with your doctor whether it would be right for you to use it or not. I think my kids are very good kids. They forgave me for many things. So I tried my best to be a good mother to them. I tried that everything I should do for them, and they should not miss on anything. But yes, I do feel that kids also have to adjust with a working mother, and my husband has been very supportive. So I feel that a woman who wants to work the way she wants to, she needs a support system around it, and one should always appreciate the support system. See, I just do my work, whatever's put in front of me, I try to do to the best of my ability, and I am happy if my patients have good results. But I have not ever imagined or wanted to be a big entrepreneur. It just happened, and so I'm just going along the way. So I would tell them that don't do anything superficially. If you want to do a similar profession like what I am doing in the field of aesthetic medicine, please do your studies, please do your research. Don't just get into it just for the sake of money. And be true to your patients. Your knowledge should be complete, your skills should be complete, and that's it what I can say. But just don't do things superficially just to project that you are good in the field. So I would say that when you're young and when you're learning, it's best to work under somebody who is good in her or his field, in the same field. Work for about, say, 3 to 5 years, even if you're wanting to start your own business, and learn the ropes. Learn from their experiences, learn the right things, and then start investing. And of course, nowadays you get loans from the banks, so it's not so difficult to start. Aesthetic dermatology or aesthetic medicine has developed very fast in the last 15 to 20 years. I think every year, not less than 20% every year. And I see that because our country is so huge and the population is so vast, and our minds are opening up to wanting to look better, there will be more and more people who will be coming for solutions to doctors of aesthetic medicine. I feel the trajectory is very good, and the growth path of this line is very high. No, I think natural beauty is really appreciated, and what's happening is nowadays doctors are coming back to a natural way of doing Botox or natural way of doing fillers. So when we go for the international conferences, I'm often invited to talk about on the topic of how to create natural beauty by these injections. So people are wanting natural beauty. They don't want to all look the same. They don't want to look carbon copies of each other. See, we have to understand that different people from different roots look differently. Like South Asians look different from Chinese people, look different from the Caucasians, look different from the Africans. So everybody looks differently and we can't make everybody look the same. The criteria of cultural beauty is different amongst different sets of people, and we have to respect that when we are working on their faces. It's like you can't make everybody look the same in a painting. Everybody looks different. So we have to work as doctors, we have to know how to work within these criteria and make a person look as natural as possible and make the features look as beautiful as possible in that particular face. Yeah, there are instances when people have come and they want to look very different and from what they look like. We have to often treat our patients like our own children and guide them what is good for them and not good for them. So brides want to just look the most beautiful on their D-Day, like they want to look the most beautiful bride of the year. And yes, they want to have a smooth skin, clear skin, no open pores, no dark circles, sharp jawline, beautiful lips, sharp nose, beautifully shaped eyebrows. You know, they just want a beautiful body, the right hip waist ratio. They want everything, no stretch marks. So a bride wants everything and she deserves to get everything. So see, Koreans are very oriented towards beauty and skincare. I was there in 2002 and I'd gone to study a laser technology for tattoos. And I realized that they were so advanced in skincare vis-a-vis us at that point, vis-a-vis our country at that point of time. So they are very oriented, they start early, and if you look at them, they look very minimalistic in their skin, they don't look made up. So there are a lot of brands, Korean brands which have come into India. The quality is good, the products are well made. Possibly they're closer to us than Caucasians, so those products can suit us, and they are, some of the brands are very pocket friendly. So younger people like going in for Korean brands. See, I think I really like Deepika Padukone. I find her so beautiful and so porcelain-like. I don't use her products. I won't lie, I don't, but I find her very fascinating. Hi, I'm Dr. Chiranjiv Chhabra. I'm a practicing dermatologist and I head Alive Wellness Clinics. You're watching me on Delhipedia.